Hi guys, we're going to continue talking about our ABCs in our primary assessment. So we're going to pick up on our slides where we left off. All right. Um, Talking about the ABCs more specifically. Okay. The first part is the airway. Okay, and this is your number one priority. You have to establish an airway, whether that's so you can get air in, or that way you can see if there's anything stuck in the throat. And how we're going to do this is you're going to put one hand on the patient's forehead, and you're going to put 2 to 3 fingers along the chin, okay? And you're actually going to tilt the head back and open up the jaw, okay, to get ready to do any type of rescue breathing. So here is a slide that shows you the pictures. All right, you can see his hands on his forehead, okay, and he's got a hands on the chin, okay, trying to push the airway open. Okay, very, very important. It is the first step in that primary assessment. All right. Remember, ABCs are after you have already assessed responsiveness. You've already done your hey, are you okay? Okay. You've figured out that they are not responding to you. Okay. And that's when you go into your ABCs. So the B component is what we break down into look, listen, and feel. All right. This all has to do with breathing. So the look part, you're going to look down at the victim's chest to see if you can see it actually rising, okay? That would be an indication that they are at least breathing on their own, okay? You're going to put your ear to their mouth, okay, while you're still looking down at the chest, okay? And you're going to try to hear, can you hear any sounds of the breathing, okay? Can you hear the air coming out of their mouth? And then while you're still doing your looking down at the chest and your ear to their mouth, you're going to see if you can feel any of their breath on your cheek, okay? You do this quickly, but the good thing about it is you can do all 3 steps at the same time while you're look, listening, and feeling. Okay, here is a picture showing the person is looking down at the chest. Okay, their ear is over the person's mouth to see if they can hear anything, and they are also close enough that if the person is breathing, they can feel it on their cheek. Okay, look, listen, and feel. The C in the ABCs is talking about circulation, okay? And circulation has to do with blood flowing through our body, which, just like breathing, is incredibly important. So to do this, you're going to take the victim's pulse, okay? Now, in an emergency situation, the best place to check for the pulse is in the carotid artery, which is in our neck, okay? It's going to be located right next to our Adam's apples. The boys have the Adam's apples, all right? You're just going to go right in the middle and slide off, okay? I want you to make sure that you practice that on yourselves as well. Go right in the middle and slide off, okay? You don't want to hold. You only want to check the pulse for 10 seconds, okay? Because if you're waiting longer and longer and they don't have a pulse, you're just making it harder to get care, okay? No pulse. If you do not feel a pulse, that means that their heart is not beating, okay? This would mean CPR immediately, okay? Here's a picture showing the carotid artery, okay? Several of you guys have probably seen what we call the radial pulse, okay? Which is located on the thumb side of our wrist. In an emergency situation, we always want to do the carotid pulse, because with the ABCs, you're already up at the head doing that look, listen, and feel. So it's a whole lot easier for you to take your hand from here at the chin down here to the fingers with no time, instead of having to reach around and trying to find their wrist, okay? So radial pulse is still good, but in an emergency situation, we're always going to do carotid. Okay. We are going to do this as a class. Okay, so we're going to take some time to practice this, okay? But that's the ABCs broken down into each of its parts, all right? Airway, we're going to do our head tilt, chin lift, all right? We've got breathing, doing our look, listen, and feel. Okay, then we have our circulation, doing our carotid pulse. All right, that's the ABC steps broken down. The next time we talk, we're going to talk about breathing emergencies.